I think I need to spend some time on my necro. As well. Man, these devourers are obnoxious. Okay, I'm going to be really looking forward to getting Bull Strike from this quest. Probably going to run it instead of Shield Bash. Maybe Counterattack, because I don't know. Counterattack's doing fine, but not like stellar. Yes. Silver Ring, the Engagement Ring. Okay, now that I've gotten that quest done. Ancient Secrets. I got a nice back and forth pattern here. No, not Talcor. The teleporter switch behind Talcor, please. Thank you. Oh. Well, that's not great news. I don't know when the connection had issues. Looks like I'm going to have to suffer through making more parts of this than I was hoping. Okay. I'm definitely going to need to do some more investigation into what's causing those connection issues. Okay, you know what? Not really enthused about fighting these guys, but here we are. I need this dust for Elementalist armor later. For eyepieces specifically. I think that might be a unique icon. Oh my goodness, we're gonna end up having to fight all of these dang things, aren't we? That was unexpected. I was expecting dust or out of that jeweled chakram, dust or possibly granite. I was not expecting iron. At least these things are pretty fragile. That's helpful. This whole area is awful. .36 damage eviscerate feels kind of weak. Oh, I don't know what's going on with that. That sure is a sign that says something. Don't ask me what. Yeah. I think I would take that teleporter over there. Hey, yes, I know. Particular short-sighted mortal walked by him on several occasions. Thank you for that. Teaches me how to make tempered glass vials, which you need to make vials of ink. I'm probably going to need to do a bunch of these things, but not right now. And there are almost assuredly easier artisans to access for those. Almost assuredly. Okay, I need to go over to that teleporter. Can I? It looks like the stairs down are over there, but maybe. Maybe they're stairs down over here too, and I want to take these stairs instead. What about that? One, two. This is the real experience. Trying desperately to activate a teleporter while you're getting mobbed. Why are these jade scarabs so durable? Parasitic bonds, probably. Whenever those end, they get a bunch of HP. Three iron ingots. Okay, that was a little underwhelming. I'll admit. I love the little sparkle in these pools. I don't know how well you can see it on stream. There's all these little sparkles, and it's very pretty. Okay, time to go to Diviner's Ascent, and from there to Elona Reach. Nope. Nope, nope, nope. Not dealing with more jade scarabs right now, thank you very much. I think I interrupted a dust trap on all of them. No, it doesn't look like it. Got at least a flame trap in there, though. Oh, man. You know, might behoove me to go do some Eye of the North stuff, now that I think about it. Because Eye of the North stuff would also get me good drops, and would get this character access to more heroes, which would be of benefit. Oh. Yeah, we just puked frames. Puked frames everywhere. It's not ideal. Ward against melee went up. It's also not ideal for me. I don't know why I just used Shield Bash. It's not like it's going to do anything against an Elementalist. There's so many Devourers. I think I'm going to employ some sprint action here. Since I have a very high uptime sprint. And I am tired of fighting these enemies. Acolyte Jin, somewhat unsurprisingly, is still alive. Alright. Part of me also wants to hop onto other characters and get them further. It's like, one of the big things is getting each character far enough through their respective existence, I guess, so they can start getting elite skills. And that feels like a really big deal. Because then that starts unlocking elite skills that I can use on my heroes. Which feels pretty significant. We are overlooking the Reach. Right, let's go turn this ring in. I really want that skill. Drink some water. Made me stand around for a little bit. Okay, give me your skills. You spoke to his ghost, and he gave you this? He was going to ask for my hand in marriage? Imagine that he's been out here all this time. Men condition, really, really nice unlock. Not as great on this character. Bull Strike, I am very happy to get. I'm going to equip it there. Field Bash was not doing as much for me as I was hoping. Talcora, I actually want to give you Men condition. Which means that Smite condition loses a lot of value over here as being a bit redundant. Just slot in remove Hex, I guess. It's always useful. Boy, I really need to work on my Mesmer and my Elementalist. Oy, oy, oy. Oh, right, this isn't doing a whole lot. Let's just go with Lightning Reflexes instead. I don't need points in Wilderness Survival. It's all fine, not ideal. Yeah, this is all fine, but not ideal. I'm trying to decide what my priority is right now. One of the things I need more of is steel ingots. Well, I'm trying to think about what content would I want to be doing in order to accumulate resources as quickly as I can. I think, regardless, getting this character through this area is good, and I am much of the way through it. Beck really has nothing better going on, does he? Glyph of Lesser Energy. No, I think I'm gonna slot that on instead of Remove Hex. I think he needs that. I don't think he needs Remove Hex. I've got it on so many characters already. That feels a bit redundant. Probably don't need purge conditions, but this mission in particular, because of the mines, I think would be nice to be able to get rid of multiple conditions at the same time. Yeah. Okay, let's enter mission. What, Livia? Master of Whispers? Oh, this mission is a pain in the rear end, though. Hello. Welcome, Onkavaskalon. Inkavaskalon? However you wish to pronounce that first word of your name. Hope you're doing well. Hi. Transporting a vision crystal. Okay, let's disable this obnoxious thing. Hey, you stopped moving when I used that. That's fine. There's a lot there to rewatch, so that doesn't surprise me. But thank you for watching it. Hope you're enjoying it. The slow playthrough. There was a lot of little details I picked up on doing that. I'm really glad I did it. I guess. Because, yeah, if that was started 3 years ago, that doesn't sound unreasonable to me. I would have launched 3 years ago tomorrow. I started it on my birthday, if I recall correctly. Yeah. Because I did them and was wanting to do different things on them, for sure. Yeah, that's what I wanted. That good stuff right there. Good old bull strike. Man, Tanakai Temple. That was... Whew. I remember that being a real, like, process of figuring out how to get through that mission. That's one where, like, we're so used to being able to brute force stuff with really strong hero compositions that going into Tanakai Temple with just henchmen and having to actually learn the mechanics of the mission was quite the challenge and quite the process. Oh, right, the vision crystal. I should probably keep carrying that. I've come in here and farmed those Minotaurs specifically in the past. It's not great farming, but it's something, I suppose. The big problem is that, like, if you're doing a melee-based farming technique, they're really annoying with their wary stances. I'm about to actually get just a raw skill point on a character. That's exciting. This is my first level 20 character on this account. Happened during the stream today. Also kind of exciting. A couple more Minotaurs. Excuse me. Hopefully that didn't come through too loudly. Gonna drink some water here. Okay, Ghostly Hero. Take this rock.
And so begins the test of the Elonians. This was where my people failed to ascend. When assembled, the vision crystal can focus the gaze of the gods and deliver to you the ascension that you seek. You've brought me the first shard, but you must still retrieve the others. Ultimately, it was greed that was our undoing. The shards of the vision crystal were kept in separate camps, for we did not trust each other, not even our own kin. To pass this test, you must retrieve the remaining 2 shards. There is 1 in each base. Return here with the shards, and I will cast the ritual to fuse them back together. But you must hurry. Once the ritual begins, it cannot be stopped. If I do not have all 3 pieces, then all of this will be for naught.
Yeah, right? It's like, you know, smokes a carton of cigarettes a day sort of thing. I seriously am curious about the behind the scenes for that, and like how much did the voice actor destroy his throat doing that? Because that is I've tried to talk down there, and to get that level of gruff really hurts my throat sort of thing. Man, that's not even something that like I can get to. Sage wrappings. I know, right? I need like a quarry's worth of gravel in my throat. The problem right now is I don't even think I can try to do a closer, like I have a closer impression of his voice, I think. But I'm pretty sure I can't even attempt it right now because the the sickness I have is coating my throat in such a way that I'm not able to kind of like get into the gravel area. Just clearing some guys out for the future. Like the thing is, even if I do get into a spot where I can like mimic it better, I can't do it for more than a few words before I start coughing because it just irritates my throat so much. Some people can go to those spaces without causing themselves problems, but hey, gained a skill point. Woo! That's why Purge Conditions is nice. So that's why Pura's Li Ming is nice, but nobody has that for some reason right now. It would be really nice to get that on VAC, but that's what we call a long-term goal. Is where I'm glad I have Gwen along. I'd like to have a word with this ancient sage. I think I might actually bowl of nails for breakfast. Well, that's one way to get your iron. I think I would consider opening chests for potentially usable stuff and unlocks. I don't know. Chests are just so dubious. You know? Yeah, I feel like the hit ratio on chests is too low. Like, the fact is, the keys are generally worth more than the thing that you get from the chest. And that feels bad. And it's like a design flaw with chests as far as I'm concerned. But at the same time, I kind of would like to open them just to see if I can, like, gear up. Yeah. But you don't get decent rune drops from them often. Because you don't get rune drops from them often. I feel like they exist to be a gold sink. Kind of like how the real lottery exists to raise money. It's a tax on people who can't do math. From an ethical standpoint, I don't think the government should be running a lottery like that. Yeah, it definitely feels better to open stuff with lock picks because you're running a different calculation with those. I don't know, what are you doing over there, Arcanist? Or maybe I should say they feel like a different risk. Oh, yeah. Exactly, because the Shiver Peak key is probably worth like 600 gold, and then you'll use it to open up something worth maybe 200 or 300 if you're really lucky on your gold. Like, it's just the math just is not in favor of using keys. Which is unfortunate, because opening chests is cool. And that's where I wish there was better parity in terms of the value there, the value proposition. scales. That's nice. You've been playing for 2 hours. Please take a break. No, thank you. I'm in the middle of a mission and I have a countdown timer on me for one thing. It's really interesting how attributes that could have kind of a wide variety of interpretations as to what they do end up getting pigeonholed. Like, blood magic, to me, that feels like this should be the attribute of doing stuff with blood. So I feel like skills that cost a health sacrifice are a good fit for blood magic in general. Right? But it ended up being associated primarily with lifesteal. And I don't think that has to solely be the case. And illusion magic could do all sorts of wonky effects. But it kind of got associated with, like... Oh, this thing is going to be annoying. But it kind of got associated with snares and health degen. Just like it kind of got that as its identity, which is kind of wonky as well when you think about it. There's kind of a question of like, what sort of breadth of mechanical identity do you want here? And at what point are you just kind of like digging a deeper hole that you're getting diminishing returns from? And I definitely feel that, particularly with the life degen skills and the you don't need to interact with the splinter mine. But with the life degen skills and the lifesteal skills are areas where I especially kind of feel that. It's what over there. There's 1,000 ways we could do this. Just gotta pick one. Yeah, that's the thing. Is like there's lots of different sort of lifesteal skills that you could theoretically make, right? But not. There's a certain point where you're kind of just getting redundancy of effect in a way that is, if the effect is good, that you're being redundant on, then players are going to stack up lots of copies of it. And if it's like situational, then they're going to just use a specific. You know what it's like? It's like when you look at Paragon, and there's like 3,000 different. Okay, there's like 6 or like, it feels like a full quarter, maybe more of spear attacks are conditional deep wound. It's like, what do spears do? Well, deep wound conditionally. And it's like, there's that doesn't mean that you have a lot of options in terms of how you go about it. But like, go about getting the deep wound. But like, at the same time, there's also a degree of like, couldn't we go for something a bit more straightforward? And you get this with Warrior as well, actually, with increased attack speed skills, where there's a bunch of different increased attack speed skills. Most of them are in strength, or no attribute to some extent. And it's just like, I don't need all of these. I need, and then you go and you look at Dervish, and you have 2, like non-elite ones, right? So you have a few in Dervish. So you have Heart of Fury and Pious Fury, and then you have Onslaught as an elite. that kind of like does all the things that you want. Could you imagine if Primal Rage was just adrenaline onslaught for warriors? It would be great. I would use that skill quite a lot. Unfortunately, it is not quite that. Um, where do I need to actually go here? Over this way somewhere, I think. Yeah, let's back up this way. And so yeah, it's interesting to think about, like, the thing is, like, people are going to use the one that they generally consider the best, or maybe you have one for several different builds in terms of synergy, but then you got to ask yourself, you're getting diminishing returns with that. So is there a point where, like, yeah, one aspect of that you felt was giving players alternate routes for the same effect, so they cannot be shut out. Encourage build diversity encounters. Another way is just power scaling through the story. Yeah, so it's like there's a certain point where you can start doing that. It's not necessarily a bad idea, but the question is, what fundamentals do you have, right? Do you have all of the fundamentals for this character implemented? And I think, or for this class implemented or whatever. And I think that's a really good question too. Because it kind of feels like Spear is very shallow, and it's, you kind of like don't have a whole lot of interesting attack choices. It's here are the ones that feel best for actually dealing damage, and then which conditional deep wound are you using? Not DPSing the monk boss here. But it's an interesting challenge to consider. And this is where, like, what you have a lot of the times in like Magic the Gathering, which is the trading card game that I actually play, you have, here is your basic effect with oftentimes the set mechanic stapled onto it. Sometimes they're like, actually, we could do this other slight variant, so of adding like just a generic keyword to it or whatever, but a lot of the times it's, here it is with the set mechanic stapled on. So here's your naturalize effect, but you investigate when you do it. Here's your, did not disable that one earlier. Here's your, I don't know, some standard creature. Here's your counter spell with some set mechanic on it. Here's some creature that ETB does the set mechanic thing, and or whatever. So like they get a lot of that out of set mechanic, but Guild Wars wasn't doing set mechanics, right? They were doing classes, and I think they would have been better served doing set mechanics. So like, this is something I've talked about before in previous streams, but I think it would have been really interesting if weapon skills were just a new thing that had been added with factions, right? So instead of adding Ritualist and Assassin, you would have given some of those concepts spread around the 6 classes. But then weapon skills could have been given in different ways. So like you could have had weapon skills given and have them work the same, but like the only way, oh, we are dropping frames. I'm not in too much of a hurry. Come on, connection. Okay, looks like we're coming back. Yep, there's the big load of it, right? That. Okay, hopefully connection is stabilized again. So yeah, what I was saying is that something that you could do is like if you had set mechanics. So like if weapon spells had been kind of a set mechanic like you have in Magic the Gathering, but in factions, you could still have the same properties where you can only have one weapon spell on you at a time, and just the most recent one takes effect. Then you could have Monk having defensive ones and like Mesmer having offensive ones, where they put a debuffing weapon skill on you, and the only way to get rid of it early is to put a buffing weapon spell on you, and that would have created a different sort of interplay between like enchantments and hexes and how those work. So like there's different things that you could do there that would have been interesting. Would have been neat to have seen, but that's not how they decided to proceed. I understand why they did things the way that they did, but there's different ways of handling the model that have been talked about since by people who worked at ArenaNet, as well as others, such as myself and whatnot. And it's interesting to think about how do we approach the problem of needing to expand the things that the player can do and give each campaign its own feel mechanically without just adding new classes like every single time, because adding new classes every single time is really challenging because you have to figure out what they do.
The crystal is complete. Your day of judgment at Augury Rock is near. The gaze of the gods shall be focused upon you, and your path will be made clear.
Hello, Augury Rock. Okay. Don't get my team here. Excellent. I need more steel ingots. So I'm always happy to see those. I also need more cloth, but I'll take other materials there. I don't need a ton of wood, though. Oh. A birthday, eh? Hello, Sidon. Mini cave spider. Cool. Okay, what do I want to bring for this encounter? I probably just stick on Frenzy and hope that works, right? I think that's how you do this as a warrior. That seems good. This may not go super well. And I might have to start trying to figure out how to get creative. That's pretty impressive, actually, getting the moss spider unlock. Dun 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 dun. I don't know. I went all Terminator there. Neglected Mesmer there. That's a cool view. Balthazar statue embedded into the wall. They did a really nice job with this in this area in Guild Wars 2. That's Lissa murals. Doppelganger being a Lissa thing makes super much sense. I hadn't thought about that, but yeah, it makes super sense that the Doppelganger would be a Lissa thing. Yep, well, crush that.
Reach out and take hold of your destiny. Your ascendance is now complete.
Yeah. I'm gonna need a new ID kit. Highly salvageable, eh? 20 iron ingots. That is also good for me. I'm gonna need those. The big thing that I'm short on right now is steel ingots. I'll have to see. There's warrior armor that doesn't need it. I'm gonna go hit up TOPK, zone transition here, and we'll see about slotting stuff in for this. I think if I pick between those two, I'd rather have that because I do want. Yeah, that's a tactics skill. I might actually swap over to primarily tactics here. So I'm going to capture tactics skill, and balanced stance seems really nice to have on hand. Michael Soldier Strike, and then if I bring Koss, he can. Yeah. Keep this resurrection skill on. Okay, TOPK outpost unlocked. Let's get some heroes in here. I want Koss, Jin, Dankoro, Gwen, Vec, and I guess I'll grab Milani. Yeah, because I want... He's going to be able to use Watch Yourself, which is going to help me as well. My monks, Gwen, doing Gwen things. Man, I need to spend some time on my Mesmer and my Elementalist. And then she has some additional healing and pressure and damage and stuff, so that's good. Actually, I think I'd... Oh. I already had that on her bar. That's why I had Mystic Sweep. This is an Earth Prayers. Not a whole lot to say under Earth Prayers, though, right now. Okay, I guess I just keep Mystic Sweep, then. Yeah, I don't have a deep well skills. I don't know. Not a whole lot for me to say there, I guess. How old is this character? I've played this character for a little over 24 hours over the past 5 months. Okay, so this account is like 5 months old. Most of its playtime has been on this warrior, which makes sense. Okay. I think that's all I need to do before I hit this button. So let's pop these open and then hit that button. All right. Time for some Dragon's Lair. Look at that spire. I don't think I've ever really looked at that spire before. I wonder where that is. I will skip the mini cutscenes here because they're just walking through portals. Yeah, open up the portal, please. Thank you. We'll show you a portal. Yep, that's a portal transition, all right. Okay, I missed sprint already. See, so the first one is going to be here. I can put 1 point in protection prayers. This area is going to tax Dunkora a little bit, so probably best to get through it as quickly as we can. It said 11 gold. Oh yeah, because we're at 8. Alright. Need to be somewhat careful with my engage here. I just want to make sure that I'm able to capture from the boss here and not get pulled into the portal too early. Yeah, might as well use balance stance here. I mostly brought it for some of the later areas where they spam shock or there's an environmental effect that knocks you down. Nice to have a full party though. Pin these guys back here and see if I can't pull this boss in. Or whatever. Just cancel that flag. Be far enough to not cause problems, right? Shield of Regeneration! Unlocked! Woo! Second Monk Elite for the account. Still don't know if I'm going to put it on Talcora. It is 15 friggin' energy. Oh, I hate this zone. I hate this zone so much. This makes everything it makes you slow. It's very annoying. Apparently I need to have that equipped already. Oh my goodness, I'm gonna be blind so much. I like triple wish I had sprint right now. Yeah, that's the warrior one at the end. I think Ranger... No, Ranger's the current one. I think Necro is next and then Mesmer, or it might be the other way around. And then Ellie and then Warrior. And I'll be able to get Gladiator's defense. A little pocket there where the effect doesn't apply for some buggy reason, I'm sure. But yeah, that's part of why I brought balanced stance. I guess there wasn't a whole lot of reason to try to use Signet of Capture on, or to worry about trying to have the skill available for Signet of Capture because it's at the very end. Oh well. Here comes the blinds. Here comes the other blind. Awful lot of blind going around. More blind going around. It's interesting, these missions where there's everybody's trying to capture an elite skill sort of thing. It was always kind of a big deal back in the day, as people coming in here and capturing elite skills. It's interesting that a lot of these skills reprise their role, as it were, of a facet skill when you do the God quests with Kirsch. So obviously these are oriented a little bit differently. It does provide you options for capturing them outside of this mission, though, which is kind of nice for some of them. I have a big soft spot for Gladiator's defense, but it is not very useful outside of specific scenarios. Use it for farming, but that's about it. Farming melee attackers specifically. I think Melandra's resilience can be really useful in some of those zones. Oh, I can already find one of Linsag's. But I think